So the LG Wing, it's a phone that swivels out to reveal a secondary display. We're checking it out in this video. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your real life in style. So today's video is one that I'm really excited about. LG's latest release, the LG Wing, promises a very new and unique form factor. The first of their Explorer series, which aims to create new mobile experiences for specific sets of users. The LG Wing is the first phone with a T form factor. That is a T that stands for, thank God I'm not one of those ill-informed people who refuse to wear masks. Right, let's check this phone out. Before we do though, just a quick note that what I have here is a pre-production unit, meaning the final retail versions that will go on sale might have minor differences, but it's good to check this out because we can finally get a feel and have a look-see at what this can do. Right, unboxing.
Obviously very excited here. We have the LG Wing, and that's very straight to the point packaging. Still very pretty. Look at that holo. This is a plain sleeve. We have almost nothing on here except for that Wing branding and LG branding up top. There we go. Wow, that actually just looks very unassuming. So let's take that phone, set it aside, see what else is in here. We have, ooh, wow. I love that. That's such a nice case. You see the texture on that? It's also very shiny and glittery, right? Oh my gosh, wait. Okay, I think I did this wrong. Let me put everything back so that we can feel the full effect. Guys, that's a box that swivels and oh my gosh. So we have here a power brick, USB-C to USB-C cord. Ooh, that is an audio jack adapter. I'm assuming there are no audio jacks on this phone. Wow, that's pretty. So let's take out the plastic because a phone this pretty deserves to be seen. First of all, again, that is one pretty phone. It's almost this iridescent rainbow, but it's matte. That's still a solid feeling device. It has a good weight to it. It is a little chunky, but I mean, for a phone that swivels, I think it isn't too thick. And despite the thickness, it does feel good in hand. And I think what helps with that fact is these curved edges. As you can see here, those edges are very gracefully rounded. From the side, we can see a very teeny camera bump. These are volume rockers, power button. At the bottom, you have speakers, USB-C, SIM tray on the other side, and up top, pop-up camera, people. Let's swivel for the first time. Wait, how? Whoa, that's cool. Okay, you know what? Whoa, that snaps into place. See? Okay, I feel like that would be way cooler if we do it turned on. Wow. So when you do the swivel, it automatically gives you this second screen and arranges the first screen to match this mode. I have to tell you, that's a very satisfying thing to do, honestly. When you do swivel, you can see up top the speakers. The tiny second screen is sort of a square. When you swipe down on the second screen, it also gives you that notification shade, and if you adjust brightness, for example, it adjusts both screens. There is a grip lock option, which basically locks out the secondary screen so you can use it as a handle. And then there's LG touchscreen, which means that the secondary screen sort of becomes a trackpad for your main screen, which I didn't think about, but that's a cool use case.
answer the burning questions that you guys have about the LG Wing. First off, as to what cases would fit, well, like you saw in the unboxing video, there is a case that comes with a phone, and how it works is that there is an adhesive on the back and you just stick it on. That actually also looks really good. Yes, it is a little thicker and a little heavier. I feel like the curved edges, that curved display, and that curved back does help with the in-hand feel. Yes, there are many moving parts. Duh! Aside from this thing that swivels, there's a tiny thing that pops. Yes, it does have a selfie pop-up camera. I can honestly imagine the LG people just going, well, we already made it swivel, might as well throw in another thing that moves, so pop-up camera, yes! Anyway, yeah, more on those cameras later. The LG Wing does feel sturdy in spite and despite of all these moving parts, but I still don't think this is a phone that you should be putting in your back jean pocket. Well, like, no phones in the last few years should be something that's kept in your back jean pocket, so. The only thing that really worries me about this phone is how it swivels one way. And I'm honestly scared of my own clumsiness. I might forget that it swivels this way and try to swivel it the other way and force it to open and just break it. But I mean, if I do that, whose fault would that be though? On to how the flipping feels. Honestly, very satisfying. Again, it does not feel fragile at all. Actually, I was surprised at how natural that swivel felt. Look, I can do it with one hand. I mean, sort of. There is a spring and a lock in here somewhere so that when you swivel it out, it sort of springs and locks into place, and then when you put it back to its original position, you sort of have to lock it in place as well. So it's not so loosey-goosey. It's very enjoyable to swivel back and forth. I mean, the swivel thing is so satisfying that it could be the next I'm hanging up on you thing. You could be texting and be like, no, you don't get to go out if you're not wearing a mask. Period. And finally, the biggest burning question that a lot of people have about the LG Wing would be, what is this form factor for really? According to LG, a few things. You could be watching a video and something else on the tinier screen so that you have an uninterrupted viewing experience. You can use it for gaming, navigation. You can create app pairs, meaning two apps that go together, one on the main screen and one on the tinier screen. And you have gimbal camera features. So, I tried them. So first of all, how it works. Basically, this main screen in this form factor works like a normal phone. Swivel the phone and it turns into swivel mode with these shortcuts. And you can enable these same shortcuts in the settings or enable your apps for your second screen. Basically, you can use it this way, this way, this way, or this way. On to the trying out. Honestly, for the video, it's something I already do. I watch videos and scroll on my feed or chat with people. I look for the next video I'm to watch. I don't think I need to explain this, but anything that adds to an uninterrupted viewing experience, I'm all for it. As for gaming, check out Asphalt 9 on this thing. Using it upside down is pretty interesting because it basically adds a tinier screen up top. Particularly with Asphalt 9, which LG partnered with, it becomes a very interesting gaming experience. As for navigation, this means that you can have your maps on the main screen and anything else on the tinier screen. I totally see myself using this when I'm traveling and getting lost in other places. Imagine being able to navigate on the main screen and never having to leave that screen if you need to reply to someone or something. This would totally be cool for driving too, except you sort of need a car mount for this form factor, and yeah, good luck with that. And finally, app pairs, which basically means you can pick and choose which two apps you can run on your phone. So you can do, let's say, Discord and watch a video on YouTube, or Twitter and Instagram, or Instagram and Discord. The possibilities are endless. I mean, subject to app compatibility, of course. Okay, now the last bit, and the one use case I know which is most compelling for me and a whole lot of other people. Gimbal mode on camera. So on the T form factor, you can literally control the camera via a virtual joystick. How is it doing that? There are also different modes: first-person view mode, pan follow mode, follow mode. And since we're talking about cameras, it's time for the camera tour.
Before we do that, let me just show this off real quick. Always so satisfying. Right, cameras. So we start with the photo mode. Here we are, and this is the 1x, 2x, 5x, so there is a wide. And of course they have what they call the composition mode, which if you don't know about it, you can check out on my LG Velvet video. Can we zoom in? Yes. So this is 10x. That is my earring. Also, you can press and hold here to just go in or go out. Here you have settings, and then you have sizing, different filters, and then you have the flash settings. You also have timer settings up here. On the right, we have a portrait mode, and then you have different portrait effects. Oh, they also have color focus. From here, you can zoom up until 2x, and up here you can adjust the depth, which is basically how blurred you want your background to be. Okay, let's try that 3D photo effect. Oh, cool. That's a really cool effect. On the right of that are stickers. Ah, cute! And under more, you have night view. Can you zoom? Okay, no, that's exposure. And then this is the shutter speed, so that says 1 second. Can zoom 2x, 5x, and up until 10x. Up top, you have the timer, size, settings, and then there is, of course, panorama mode, manual camera mode, so all those different settings. Even video has manual settings. That's cool. Slow-mo mode, and ooh, you can zoom slow-mo. That's cool. You can only do it up until 3x though. And up here, you can also adjust how you do the slow-mo. All slow-mo or part slow-mo. For the streamers, you also have Google Live, which is pretty cool, and AR stickers via Google Lens. Right, let's move on to the other side. So on video, they also still have ASMR recording. This is something you find on LG phones, and this means that you can record voices even if they're really soft, like this. You also have voice bokeh, which is basically zooming in to audio. So you can do wide, 1x, up until 10x on video. Again, my earring. And then up top we have settings, and then you can shoot up until 4K 60 FPS. Nice. Also, there is a steady camera mode, and of course filters and your flash. Under time-lapse, you have night time-lapse. That's cool. And you can also change settings here. There's even an option for 4K time-lapse and a steady mode. Right. Selfie time. So like I mentioned earlier, yes, this has a pop-up camera, and to the non-believers, yes, this camera has a sensor, so if and when you drop it, it automatically retracts so that you don't break it. Let's do selfie video first. So can we zoom in or out? No, we cannot. Although there is still ASMR and voice bokeh even on front-facing camera. Ooh, beauty mode on video. You can also shoot up until 4K with a front-facing camera. That's cool. And of course, the different filters. Under photo, you have no zoom in or out. You have size settings, you have filters, you have flash, of course you have your timer, of course there is a selfie shot. Ooh, what's auto shot? Oh my god, did you see that? I don't have to even do the gesture. It just keeps taking selfies. I like this. There is, of course, a gesture selfie and a voice shutter. Kimchi! See how cool that is? Of course, we have the beauty mode, and like I always say, people, the beauty mode is great because it enhances how you look, but always remember that there's nothing wrong with being imperfect. Love the real you. And then on portrait mode, hey, so you see the blur, no zooming in or out. There are the different blur things. Here you can adjust the background blur. You have AR stickers. So cute. This is so cute. And finally, back to the menu where we were at earlier. Right, so we're actually not done yet. Hey, so basically you have the gimbal mode here. As you can see, again, I find this so amazing. Like, how even? Here you have the different modes. You have like the lock, you have different audio modes, and of course you have different resolution settings here. On the right, it gives you dual recording mode, which gives you either picture-in-picture or the split view, which is pretty cool. And what I love about this, it allows you to save the video separately or save it as one video. I mean, we've seen all these different dual mode functions on other phones, but the saving part we haven't. On the other side, you have a time-lapse mode, different settings, steady mode, night mode, different resolutions up until 4K, and also a slow-mo mode on here. We do not seem to have like modes other than video on the gimbal mode, at least. Oh wait, there we go. And here we have the phone unfurled in all its glory. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you found that really quick. I tried to make it as quick as I can camera tour because this video is getting pretty long. So yeah.
And that, my dudes, was our first look at the LG Wing. I just got this phone today, so it's obviously too early to tell if this is a phone that's worth it, if I'm all for this new form factor. But I have to say that I applaud LG for taking the risk in a different form factor at the time when all phones are looking more and more alike. Whether this phone be ultimately a hit or a miss, one fact still remains. True innovation will only really happen if you try new things. Right, that's it for today. Let me know what your questions are in the comment section down below. If a camera vlog test with the LG Wing is something you would want to see, let me know too. Also, if you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, you can find me online. That's at isadoes_. Until next time.